Radionics is basically it's a tool. It's sort of an extension of your consciousness, reality, and how it could be manipulated. This is like one of my older models.
Off-world, high technology.
There's nothing really magical about it.
And you said it's not magic, but here we have the magician. Very powerful stuff here.
It actually works.
It works like magic. Make a wish.
It can be a good stepping stone until people start really coming into their own power.
You have to have permission from other people to use their energy in you.
Charles Casamano, he would beg to differ.
And I've noticed something for a lot of energy healers, they seem to be sick all the time.
They're not protecting themselves, putting
Yeah,
up
you
their
have-
boundaries.
yeah.
They're probably absorbing from the people they're trying to heal as well.
So you really have to work with your guides and your angels, and you create that sacred space, and then you close it when you're done.
It's all about protection, protection, protection.
Florida water, crystals, you burn sage.
Got a candle burning right next to me right now.
Look who I have burning. What do you do to protect yourself?
I'm glad you asked.
First is to read the cards, because the cards will give me some advice.
I would have them pray if they're believers.
The other issue too is we talk about mental illnesses, like even that we may find that schizophrenic people may not be what we think they are. They may actually be seeing and talking to other dimensions. And because we can't see it, that might be making them think that they're crazy.
The magician, he can be a little tricky because he has all the elements that he needs and he can just mess with your head. Look at Kyla. Abundance. You got the Empress too? Mm-hmm. And that guy represents strategies. That's unbelievable. What does that mean, ladies, for Brad?
Ooh, he's gonna find
you'll
a new
be beginning.
girlfriend. You'll be celebrating.
Celebrate good times. Come on. You know, you don't have
Yeah.
to follow the herd. You can think for yourself. Do your own research. Everybody has to think individually and
Trust the science. Just saying.
you can trust the science, but I don't know if you can trust the scientists.
Utilize it to its fullest.
It's still good.
Maybe you'll start collaborating with the Pope.
Eh,
Maybe you never know.
the universe is a funny thing and likes to mess with people.
The Pope.
Well, he's doing rave parties and
doing raves
everything
now.
now.
Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Mulder, and once again, I have the Three of Pentacles Ladies. How are you wonderful ladies doing this evening?
We're good. How are you?
I cannot complain. Cannot complain. Like I said, I really enjoyed, some of the last shows we did. I think I was on a guest on your show, and I said, "What the heck? Come on my show and let's talk about what you do." And I thought that was just really, really a lot of fun, and the time really flew on that one. And for whatever reason, I guess you decided to come back on my show, so you're looking for punishment. Okay, here you are. Anyway,
We like accepting invitations.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, can I tell everybody what you gave me as a birthday present, Barbara?
What did I give you?
You gave me a book by Charles Casamano.
Exactly.
Psionics one. Yes, you did. And I was like, what rock did you find this thing under? And how much,
Well, It wasn't easy to find because a lot of the Charles Casamano books are how do they call it whenever they don't print them out of print? And for forever who doesn't know who Charles Casamano is, Charles Casamano he's like the godfather of radionics. He's not the inventor, but he's like the kind of like the godfather, but not the mafioso godfather, but like, he's the godfather, If you have a child, then he's the godfather. So yes, and I happened to find one of those old books and your birthday, which was on Halloween.
Maybe. Yes, it is.
Maybe not.
Maybe. Yeah. Halloween. I mean, so it's easy to remember, right? But no, yeah. I think Charles Casamano's books, I think it's that's how Joshua P. Warren got his start. He was working at a major book chain, and somebody had special ordered that book, and he started reading a few pages in it, and he read the entire book before he gave it to the customer. He held off for a day so he could read the book, and after that, he of course he bought a copy for himself, and that's really how this kind of came into play. It's like two ships just kind of merging together, and we were able to work together, and because of that, just things, fantastic things happen in radionics, which leads to a question here. Now, I was thinking, since you wonderful ladies are really good at what you do, and this is one of those things where, I hope, I don't know what your answer is going to be, but I would like to get some feedback as to, about radionics. What do you does radionics work? If it does work, is it a very powerful um, modality? Is it a very powerful tool when it comes to manifestation and that kind of a thing? And I just kind of like to see what you ladies get, what kind of feedback you get. So,
Now,
but yeah, and
I would like
Barbara,
to add something.
please.
I'm sorry if I could jump, but I'd like to add something. Now, your audience already knows what radionics is and everything. Now, and this is going to go up on your channel, and it's going to probably go up on ours. And our subscribers probably don't know exactly what radionics is, but they probably didn't see the
Oh,
other video. So if you can give like a short, kind of like radionic version
oh,
of the explanation of it.
oh, sure, sure. Radionics is basically it's a tool. It's sort of an extension of your consciousness, and it's been around for over 100 years, maybe about 110, 112 years. And there in the beginning, it was being used for health, and there was like a bad reputation because they were accusing the people who used it, for medical quackery and that kind of a thing. And so it kind of went underground and what have you. And there's a few names out there, guy by the name of Hieronymus, and then you have, as we mentioned, earlier, Charles Casamano, who kind of basically was able to better bring it to the public and kind of give the public understanding of what it is and how to effectively use it for the things that go on in life and for manifestation and from one thing to another. It's being used today, but I mean, you can go to my channel, radionicpower.com, or go to my YouTube channel, The Dr. Mulder Show, and you'll see a ton of videos of all the instruments that I build, and plus you'll see different I do a lot of how-to videos, and I have people coming that I bring on the air to explain their opinion as to why it works, or to we have like a conversation about reality and how it could be manipulated and why it can be manipulated. And it's just, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like anything else. Joshua P. Warren, he kind of coined the phrase techno shaman, or shamanism. Techno shamanism, and I think in a weird kind of way it is, but all it is just an extension of your consciousness. It's just a tool. It's nothing really magical about it. I kind of
So
look at it.
basically, the box. So there's boxes and devices that you can use a
Yeah.
picture. You can turn the dials and basically make a wish.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, I got several of them in front of me. Let's see if I can get
Hmm.
one here. Let me plug this one back and I'll see if I can show it. This is like one of my older models here that I have like a little stick plate and all this stuff.
Hmm.
And anyway, not to get too technical about it just yet. I mean, the best thing to do is to either go to my YouTube channel and kind of see what it's all about and do your own investigation into it, and check out Charles Casamano. And if people want to write to me, I'm more than happy to give them the link to an archive that has all of Chuck's books in it, which is a good stepping stone as to how radionics works and how to get into it. Be
Yeah.
aware, though, Chuck, he has a very naughty sense of humor, and it's a little bit on the dark side, but that's Charles Casamano. I had to overlook a lot of
He's a
his
bad
stuff.
boy.
Yeah, he's the bad boy of radionics, but the guy was a genius at what he did. And like I said, I had a I was fortunate enough to work with him for many years, and he kind of taught me a lot of inside baseball about how to build machines. And even though I didn't really walk the path that he walked, I was on the other side of the fence, so to speak. We were able to work together and really accomplish a lot of advances in radionics. So that's just a little side note there. But anyway, that's kind of my story. But that's, if you really want to get into it, I would suggest those two sources.
All right. So the first how do you
Okay.
have is the Magician. That's card number one. And while I was kind of in my own world, because I was just letting the messages come across, I was hearing you talking about it, and you said it's not magic, but here we have the Magician.
Yeah. And I got the High Priestess. So
It is
Yeah.
Okay.
magic. It works like magic.
Yeah. So in the past, we have the Judgment card. Now, with the Judgment card, it's big. This is a big revelation. It's not something small that you're dealing with. It's really big. We have, so the Magician coming across, this will represent Radionics itself, using that power to, I would say, manifest things, bringing that energy down to earth in a sense. It's like, pulling those forces together, you working with your energy and energies around you to manifest things. Again, we have that Queen of Pentacles, sorry, in the middle. She is very good at manifesting things, and it's about physical things with her. We have the King of Cups. So the question you asked was, what is this, what can we tell you about it in our terms with the cards? What does the universe have to say? Is it powerful? Is it good? Is it going somewhere? Anything about it? So now we have the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is a healer. It's someone who's very powerful. He is able to weather the storms. So, and this Radionics does help people to weather the storms, so to speak, because, they're dealing with day-to-day stuff that come up and trying to manifest things. So it's about, using that healing power as well inside of you, because he's a really good healer in a sense, to use that energy that you have innate within you, because we have the Hermit just below. So this is your power that's within you and sort of transmuting it into the universe, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. Now with the Strength card, what it tells me is it's very powerful, right? So it's no small thing. And with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit, I would say that a bit of caution is recommended. Going slowly and carefully. It depends on, what you're working with. I would say it is very good technology. There's the Three of Cups. It's a celebration. We have the Sun here. Those are good things. It's about, using energy to manifest in the real world. I would just say that with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit, it depends. Again, it's a tool. So it depends on who's using it and how they're using it. So I would say with these cards, it's just telling you to go slowly and carefully, because, things have consequences. So just know what you're doing. And this is for the user, right? So that's what I'm seeing with these cards. And I just pulled a few Oracle cards. We can learn a lot from this. I got the Knowledge card. All right. The Self card comes up, and this is about gathering your own power. So I think it's a tool that helps you to realize your potential, but what it's leading into is finding your own personal power as well. Because ultimately we have to be able to do these things without even using these at some point in time into the future. Hopefully it's coming, so yeah, so this is, and look at her and with that power, using that internal power and harnessing it. So, but very powerful stuff here.
it's like it's a good stepping stone for people, kind of like with me using the Spirit Talker out. I mean, the first card I pulled was the High Priestess, and she's magical and everything as well. The second card was the Five of Swords, which is a little bit of a fighting, some setbacks, and that might be your Charles Quasimodo having a little bit of the bad boy side and you taking the good boy sides. That might be a little bit of that inner conflict, like with you, maybe even with it. And then I got the the Three of Cups, like Kyla got on the bottom of the deck. So there's a celebration. So yeah, it's got a lot of a lot of good to it. It's gonna be like Kyla said, buyer beware. What is your intent? And as always, intent is always going to be the biggest issue with it. But I think it can be a good stepping stone until people start really coming into their own power. Right now, we're made not to believe that we have these powers. So it's a good tool until they get their confidence, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You ladies hit it, and you're right about it. It's the law of unintended consequences. Like for example, and again, this started as a joke. I think I may have mentioned something about this on the other show. There was somebody that I was working with in the Middle East, having some legal issues. I asked, for it to rain in their location, set up the machine, and they, um, like within 2 weeks, there was like 11 inches of rain in the desert. And here was the yeah, it was a massive. There was like the streets were rivers, that kind of thing. But what happened was there was all these locusts that had their eggs in the sand, and all that moisture hatched all these eggs, and they had a locust infestation, running through Iran, Iraq, all the way. It made its way all the way up to Saudi Arabia. So I'm just saying, this was unattended. And this was a small thing. This is a practical joke. So that did teach me a lot. You're right. It's, be careful what you wish for. Hey, I may wish for rain so my crops do not die. You may wish for a bright sunny for your child's birth party. We were both for using different things and for what we consider good reasons. Got to beware of the unintended consequences of what you, and I appreciate you ladies bringing that up so much. So, but your verdict
yeah.
then, okay, so your verdict is this is a real thing. This actually works, and that beware how you use it because it actually works.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And those cards that they got, it didn't surprise me because the first card was a magician. And
Mhm.
I think you told me, Brad, many times when people read for you or you ask questions, you come up as the magician. So that card follows you around.
Yeah,
So and you're the and you
and the hermit,
the hermit.
Really?
and
And the
yeah, the
hermit
hermit card. They pull a hermit.
the hermit is deep knowing, going inward. It's almost like
Mhm.
a deep spiritual card, you know,
Mhm.
or even off-world, high
Okay.
technology
Old
type of card,
souls. So yeah, you're bringing knowledge from
bringing
past
knowledge.
lives and so on into this one. That's what I can say already.
God help the world. Anyway,
But
And another, oh, go
sorry,
ahead.
I don't want to cut. I was just gonna say it's kind of like what we do in a sense, because we all work with energy in some way or
Mhm.
the other.
Mhm.
And you have to have limits, you have to have boundaries. And I would say for me, like, and I know for Lynn and Barbara as well, when it comes to working with your own energy, it's okay. You can play with that. But when it comes to other people, like putting them into the mix, there has to be boundaries. Like, so you have
Mhm.
to have permission from other people to use their energy in your work. You have to, that kind of thing. And I would say with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit, it's telling you to, it emphasizes like a slow, methodical approach and the importance of using your inner wisdom to guide your path in real world, interactions and real world, whatever you're doing. So yeah, it just calls for that bit of, because your energy can affect people. Energy is everything, and then when you affect someone else, then that in turn affects everything. So it's always
Yeah,
that
right.
having that boundary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Charles Casamano, he would beg to differ because he's,
Yeah, he
he
didn't care.
uses, it's like, everybody has the chance to use it. And this is how, because that's, he just goes off of, you know, uh, doesn't really ask permission for
I
energy.
knew.
And so,
No, he
so
doesn't care. Yeah, yeah. I
but
mean,
but I did hear him say, Brad, once that he's careful when it comes to using radionics to help heal somebody, he says. Because
correct,
he
correct.
says that can come back on you or something like that. I don't know. I think he uses all types of protection, but he's still cautious with that. So it's not completely 100%. What do you say to that?
You're not the first person to tell me that, and neither was Charles Casamano. I heard this very same thing from another gentleman who was highly involved in radionics, and he was working, and I won't give away his identity or anything like that, but he was working with a sheriff's department to locate a kidnapped victim, and unfortunately, his kidnapped victim had been murdered. I'm not going to go through all the details, but he said as he got into it, he could smell, you know, the decomposition. You know, he could smell all that, and he had like this weird rotten taste in his mouth while he was using radionics. And so that was energetic blowback from what he was tuning into. And so I said, well, thank you for the warning. I appreciate that. And I agree with you. And I've noticed something for a lot of energy healers, they seem to be sick all the time. They always got something going on, either an accident they may have, or they picked up some kind of a parasite or whatever while they were going on a vacation, or or some virus or something. I mean, they're constantly sick. Have you ladies noticed that yourselves when people
Well,
do a lot of energy work and a lot of energy
I
healing?
mean, they're not protecting themselves, putting
yeah,
up
you
their
have,
boundaries.
yeah,
They're probably absorbing from the people they're trying to heal as well. That's
yeah.
that to me screams that they're not putting up their own protections and doing their work to make sure that it doesn't reflect off of them, or when they're done, they're not, then
Cleansing.
washing the energies away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because
What?
I do energy
Go ahead.
healing too, and some, there's many different ways to do it. People do Reiki, for me, I do pure energy healing, but it's also more like instinctual too. It just kind of comes. But you act as a vessel, but you don't have to let the energy, like for me, it's energy coming from source and coming from higher forces to the person. It doesn't need to come through you necessarily,
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
So there are
Hmm.
different methods of doing it, and it's really just you be stepping in, but the work is not really done by you. So you really have to work with your guides and your angels, and really put protection there. There's different ways you can do it. In shamanism, you can use that Wixaric, there's a name for it. So you create that sacred space, and then you close it when you're done, kind of thing. So there's
Hmm.
many different ways, and yeah. So
Mm.
And also,
shouldn't be
even if you
happening is
just,
Yeah.
what we're saying. It shouldn't be
exactly,
that they're getting sick like
exactly.
that.
Even if I notice if you just go get a massage from somebody, like a massage, and after because sometimes I go to the Asian massage people, and even after you give a massage to somebody, you have to kind of like clear that energy off of you, even if you don't work with energetic or energy as far as radionics or tarot healing or anything like that, even though massaging is a form of healing, but you have to either wash your hands or meditate or something, or you got to do something to wash all of that away, because otherwise
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
could even even if you have a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or somebody that massages your feet, let's just say, right up, you
Hmm.
go to the bathroom, wash or flick, off it, or just get that energy off, so it go
Hmm.
everywhere.
Hmm.
Anybody that does any type of energy work or like that. So
Yeah, because even someone who just comes into your home for a period of time, it affects your energy. It's just being in someone's space, right? So, especially when you're
Hmm.
doing energy work, you really have to clear the energy.
Yeah. So what kind of precautions do you take, Lynn, in your practice and what you do?
I'm constantly putting protection up over myself. I'll put it
Hmm.
up over if I'm like before my sound bath and stuff like that. I'll put protection around the area where I'm going to be doing the sound bath, and to make sure that nothing negative comes in. We'll go into the building if we can. I might sage it or whatever else, or at least do my spray. I make sure my bowls and everything are cleared out. So yeah, and it's all about protection, protection, protection. I
Yeah.
mean, it
Yeah.
really is. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
spray some
Well,
Florida water. Spray some
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Florida
the
water.
the
oh,
Florida water.
yeah. Is that
Look
Kangen?
what we have
Yeah.
near us all the time. Look,
Yep.
crystals.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
we even make our own Florida water
Yeah.
too. So you can
Yep.
use lots of different herbs and all of that too.
You burn sage. If you
Mm-hmm.
have
I've got a
fire,
candle burning right next to me right now with the evil eye on it. So, yeah.
Oh,
look who I have
okay.
burning.
Yeah. Archangel Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, oh yeah, yeah. I have a statue of his, and apparently he likes the smell of cedar. He loves cedar.
Oh,
Michael does. So you get him like a every once in a while. If I need a favor, I'll get like a incense, cedar scented incense, and I'll
love
burn one
cedar.
next to Michael. Yeah, yeah. And Michael apparently that's his thing. That's out of all of them, that's his favorite smell.
Oh, that's good to
And
know. Brad, can I ask you a question? So
sure,
what do you do to protect yourself?
I'm glad you asked. Okay, here's what Chuck told me to do. He said, basically, after you do an operation, if you feel like you may have picked up something or some little funky thing off of the operation, or you just to, for precaution, is to go to your sink or your, whether a kitchen, bathroom, whatever, turn on the cold water, cup your hands under the cold water, then once they're full, bring it back and project all that negative energy into that water. And I've done this, and that water will start to feel physically warm. You'll start to warm up real fast. And when it gets to a point where you intuitively feel that all that energy has entered the water, you simply open your hands and let it go down the drain. That's what I was taught. I don't know how effective it is. I seem to be doing okay, so apparently it's reasonably effective.
It's
But
it's
I'm
your intent. It's your intent as well, though. So it's working just fine for you, Brad. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as I don't pick up anything strange. But for the most part, I feel like I feel in pretty good shape. I'm like you ladies. Well, I wouldn't say that. In other words, when it comes to healing, me personally, I'm a little, eh, I'd rather teach you how to do it and do it for yourself than to have me do it. I mean, one thing that scares the hell out of me is dealing with somebody with mental illness. That right there, I don't know why, but there's like I have this intuitive feeling that's something. It's like a different thing. When you're dealing with somebody who's mentally ill, you're dealing with a consciousness that is a little off. That's not that doesn't think the way we do. It doesn't think like a normal person. And trying to make that work or trying to heal that, I find that very. I wouldn't say difficult, but I find it very. It could be dangerous for the operator. What do you ladies think about that?
Well, honestly, where I would start with that, I would have them do detoxes first before
Hmm.
I start any energetic work on them. I would have them do detoxes, liver detox, gallbladder, I mean, all the detoxes. And if they're on any types of medications and all that, I would have all that checked out. Supplements, I would have all that checked out. So I would basically, start from ground zero. And then I work my way up to, the spirituality. At the same time, I would have them pray if they're believers or meditate as they're doing detoxes and eat healthy and drink a lot of water. That's where I would start. And then
Hmm.
I would, do the other stuff.
Hmm.
I've had people tell me, oh yeah, she's crazy. She's got some demons on her. And I'm thinking, well, that's a possibility, but what is she eating? How's her physical body? What's her blood work look like? I just,
Hmm.
that's just me though. What would y'all do, Kyla?
I agree with you. There's several different aspects, I think, right? And for me, being an energy healer, for my first thing, I would definitely do what Barbara is saying or recommend. I wouldn't like tell like she knows more about these kinds of detox things than me, so I would send them to Barbara for that part. But for me, the first thing that I would do is an energy healing to, well, first is to read the cards because the cards will give me some advice. That's a good one. And then, but for as an energy healer, you're able to go in to sort of like a trance state where energetically you work with their guides and your guides to kind of see where the blockages are, because I would say there would either be entity attachments or dark energies or blockages. There's always some energetic blockage there that needs to be cleared. I would say those could be from this life, past life, but it's also contribute like the contributory factor would definitely be toxins, different things, as Barbara was saying, that would then make it worse,
Could be
so like
ancestral. It could be
it could be
ancestral.
an ancestral stuff that passed down from family lines,
Yep.
lots of different things. So for me, there's always an energetic connection to something like that happening. And usually you know, a lot of people call people you know, or lots of names. They have this condition, that condition. There's always a condition here, I find,
A
you know.
label.
And literally it's half of the things that I'm seeing is past life trauma and wounds that contribute to soul loss that passes on to this one. So the soul feels like something is not right. There's depression setting in, all these different things setting in, but there's usually an energetic reason. Could have been something that happened in a past life. Could have been something that happened when they were a child that they don't even remember. Or it could be the energy of the space that they're in, maybe the home that they're in, maybe energies coming from other people. But obviously even things like chemtrails and all these things contributing, things that they put into their bodies and stuff that are all contributing. Yeah, so all it will be holistic, but definitely for me, I would go to energy healing.
Yeah, I would go with the energy and a little bit of everything as well.
Yeah.
But the other issue too is we talk about mental illnesses and like Kyla was saying, the labeling of them. It's said that a lot of star seeds coming in, like even that we may find that schizophrenic people may not be what we think they are. They may actually be seeing and talking to other dimensions. And because we can't see it, that might be making them think that they're crazy because we can't see them. So we're, you know, deflecting what we can't see and we're making them think they're crazy because we can't see it. But they may be really seeing these things. So we're going to have to probably rethink how we are labeling these people as well as what may be wrong with them. Yes, some may have entities, and a lot of them do. I mean, with the energy work that I've been doing, Barbara, Kyla, and I have all worked with Julie, who does the emotion code, the body codes, and everything else. And I can't tell you how many entities and saboteurs she has removed from me that have been in my system since
me
I
too.
was very young.
Me
So, I mean, I think you can do the energy and the natural all together. But that's going to depend on where the people are that are approaching you and asking you too. That's where you got to decide, okay, how far can I go? Do I just go with Barbara's approach and start them out this way? And then maybe if there's a door that opens, then you start with the energy healing aspect of it. It's going to depend on the individual where you
Case
go
by
to.
case, yeah.
Yeah.
Case by case, like Kyla says, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've noticed a lot of depression and anxiety. It's what I've noticed. The two, those are at the top of the list.
Yep.
And I'm wondering, where the hell's all this depression coming from? You know, I've always taken the attitude of, yeah, I was sad because I didn't have shoes, and then I see somebody doesn't have feet. And I'm always thinking, hey, as bad as it may get, or it may appear to me, there's always somebody out there that has a hell of a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I mean, I'm not trying to say that makes me feel better about the situation. It just makes me realize all is not lost. And hey, you know, don't, you know,
It's
cheer
all in
up a little
changing your
bit.
perspective, right? If you change your perspective, it can change. It can, you know, go forward with that.
For sure, but I feel like there has been a systematic programming of
think so.
people for them to become depressed
Yes.
and to feel like that. And what happened in the last 5 years in 2020 has deepened that even more. And then what continues to happen in the world where day to day people are simply just living to eat because they can't survive. So life becomes meaningless. And this is what is perpetuated in each country by each government, you know. So it adds one on top of the other. And then the chemtrails and then all of these other things that they continue to feed us. If you check every single box in the grocery store, there's always something adding to that. So it's a systematic you know, thing that's happening, and it's perpetual and it is on purpose. That's what I would say.
And let's not forget about the processed food and all the fast foods that everybody eats too.
Definitely,
That
yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
add to
yeah.
it.
Oh,
And even if it's
man.
vegetables, all of the chemicals they're putting into it, yeah.
And doctors are so quick just to prescribe something. You know,
Yeah.
oh, you're
Never-
depressed here, take a pill.
Yeah.
You know,
Never
rather
find
than actually
cause,
allowing therapy to
just-
actually help them work their problems out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I've noticed too, you know, there's always a running joke. You know how old you are if you start talking about vitamins and supplements to your friends. Okay. I mean, that's like you get to a certain age and then you're always about the vitamins and the supplements, right? but I've noticed, I think a lot of disease is nutritional. I mean, you know, if you take certain vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin D3, a little zinc, it will jack up your immune system. I mean, you could, I'm not, this is not medical advice. I'm just saying it's just it's the way the human body works. I mean, just by taking certain things, you can definitely either, or shield yourself from a lot of different diseases, or help if you do have a disease, help that disease, and cure yourself of it. And again, it's just, by pure nutrition. A lot of it's nutrition. You're right. I mean, we all live in a chemical bubble bath here.
Yeah. Supplements work just like medications. Like if you take a medication and like you take a pain pill, you have a pain in your hip or pain in or headache or something like that, and you take the pill and then the pain goes away. It's like, how did it know where to go? So it works.
Mm-hmm.
And supplements work just as well.
But
And
it does
probably
base on the quality of the
Mm-hmm.
supplements and knowing the right ones too, and how some interact with each other. So I mean, it's not as simple as just going, oh, I'm going to take all of these too.
yeah.
You really,
Yeah.
like what I do, and I try to tell with the girls, I use my pendulum. What do I need? What does my body need now? Am I taking the
Mm-hmm.
same supplements all the time? No, I'm rotating them. What does my
Yeah.
body need
Okay.
today?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people want simple fixes, but our bodies are complex. They're not simple. We're not made for simple fixes.
Oh,
So,
this is true.
and the pharmaceutical
Yeah.
companies have bought out most of the supplement companies. So you got
Yep.
to be
As quiet as
careful
it's
what
kept.
you get.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I've been trying this methylene blue, and I've actually had quite good, really good results from it. I've noticed a difference. And just in my skin, I feel like my skin's starting to, it's getting that quote unquote youthful glow again. And I could tell from my hands. I mean, they're not, ashy or dry. They're like they're actually they're shining, if that makes sense. In other words, the skin it just seems like it's more uh youthful, and it just seems better. Well, I'll just go with that. And
That's nice. That's nice. I
oh,
mean, I've heard good things about methylene blue. I mean, I've heard mixed reviews about methylene blue, but if it's working for you, I mean,
exactly. I probably needed it. They said one thing about it, it depends on your reaction the first time you take it as to how badly you needed it. And I mean, I
uh,
noticed a serious reaction. I mean, my energy went bam right off the chart. And so but anyway, it's just a little side note there. Let's kind of do some more cards here. And what, we're discussing the beginning of 26 or of 2026. I don't know, I guess like the first quarter, like the first 3 months of 2026. So what are we looking at here? Is it going to be do we need to buy some extra food? I mean, maybe buy a little silver, that kind of a thing. I mean, be prepared for the worst. Maybe some extra can of gasoline or a generator, that kind of a thing.
Okay, I'm not a financial advisor or anything else,
Hmm.
but I the one thing of the Boy Scouts I always loved is to better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Have it.
I like to
Correct.
be prepared. A little
Yes.
silver, a little crypto, a little cash on hand, probably going to go a long way.
And a generator
Correct.
if you're
And a
in the cold.
generator and some extra gasoline and some extra food, absolutely. To me, always. I live in a hurricane area. I'm not
Hmm.
on the beaches, but I'm close enough that we can get affected and we can always be without power at the drop of a hat for days.
Right.
So I look at it from that perspective. I mean, up north, you can lose power and everything else, and, cold days and everything else. Now, granted, the nice thing about being up north in the wintertime is you can still have cold storage for your food
Right. Right.
if you only
Exactly.
have the food.
Yeah. I was joking with somebody who said, "Oh, my refrigerator's on the blink." I said, "You have about a foot and a half of snow outside.
Yep.
Put
put it on
two
the
and two
porch.
together."
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
absolutely. Yeah, before I had the mouse problem around here, which is gone now, thankfully, between the snakes and the foxes, I used to leave stuff cold out in the garage all the time,
Hmm.
especially at Thanksgiving when you were doing pies and everything else. I didn't have enough room in my refrigerators. Absolutely
Yeah.
use Mother Nature when you can.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
35
awesome.
degrees in your garage and 35 degrees in your refrigerator are the same temperature. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Brad, when you asked the question, the first 3 months in 2026, you mean like globally or in the United States or for you? What,
Well, about the United States. Let's go with the United States.
narrow it down a little
Well,
bit.
yeah, yeah, and we can kind of expand it to the world if, depending on what kind of results you ladies get. Yeah. Like I said, I'm like you, Lynn. Be prepared. People think I'm crazy. I have, like 7 days of dehydrated food in my vehicle. I have a good, bug out
Yeah,
bag.
I got some of that too,
Yeah.
dehydrated.
I even have like a 400-watt solar generator, a 5-gallon can of gasoline. So, I figured if I run out of gas on the side of the road, I have an opportunity to travel at least another 100 miles to find a gas station. I was there. Surely I can make this work. And, and extra water, the whole 9 yards, warm clothing, all of that stuff. And yeah, do people think I might be, oh, you're just being crazy? You know what? Back last October of the year before, there were a lot of people up in North Carolina wish they had that in the back of their car.
Oh yeah, yeah. With Helen, when Helene hit or whatever. Yeah. I mean, do you remember Y2K?
Yeah.
Everybody was preparing. Even my father and my stepmother, they called a big family meeting. Okay, we have this and we have this. Everybody gets to our house because we have everything here in storage. They were getting their medications. I mean, you know,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can use the food. You don't have to let it go bad. You can rotate it. But I mean, the nice thing about freeze dried food and everything else is it lasts for years.
Yeah. 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 25 year shelf life. I mean,
And
easy.
Yeah.
as far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned, with canned goods, it's the same as when you do your own canning. I would open up the can even if it was expired, and if it smells good, it's still good. People think, oh my God, it's expired. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think they like to put those expiration dates so you change it out more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That's usually when I donate it to a food drive. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
I've heard of some canned goods that you could eat after like 25 years. You
Well,
open that
you
stuff up
know,
and
we always say the movies tell us everything. If you ever watched Resident Evil, there was one of those where they were all in their buses and they were eating canned food that they didn't know what it was because they didn't have the labels anymore. So that was after
Right.
nuclear fallout and everything else, but they were still eating those cans, and you know those were old and they survived nuclear fallout.
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, if that doesn't get you, then maybe the preserved food will. Who knows? But no, it's what can I say? But so what have we got here? Anybody have anything going on yet? Figure out
so so Kyla, did
for
you
New
take a
Year's?
picture? You're just gonna show them. I'm just gonna show
Okay,
mine
so
up
I
like
did take a
this.
picture. I'm just gonna send it. So I
Okay.
pulled a little bit early. So what I got was not about the US. It's a general pull on the first part of 2026, what it's going to look like. And my cards went quite general in terms of it's trying to give us a big picture. And what I'm seeing here is in the past, we have had a lot of focus on people thinking about the future, wanting to have a better future. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the past. And so even people finding their soul family. So what we have is an ending coming to what we're accustomed to with that 10 of Cups. We have a lot of tens here. We have three tens. All
Mhm.
right, so we have the 10 of Cups, and just below we have the 10 of Swords. We're having an ending to what we are used to. Things are going to be changing, but I have to say my cards are quite positive, and I think it wants to keep us on the positive side of things. We're being drawn to the Temperance card, things happening in divine timing. And it's saying that an ending is coming to that darker side of things that has been around for a long time, because you have the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant at the bottom there, and we're having justice come as the outcome. So the beginning stages of justice, and I say the beginning stages because we have the Page of Wands as well showing up. going into something that we've all been manifesting with the Nine of Cups, and we have the Empress card, so something brighter coming, but we're going to see the start of justice or the ending stages. I don't know if we're going to see it outright, but it's telling us that it's happening, whether it's going to be in the background or what. I do have a card that says that we're going to have to be careful about them observing. People are going to have a lot of clamping down on social media or posts, or they're going to be watching. The authorities are going to be watching and trying to hold us down in whatever way that is, whether it be with digital ID. They're going to have this heavy hand in keeping an eye on you in whatever way that could be. But
Kyla,
this is
when you were talking about the information or whatever coming out, I pulled up the High Priestess again, so I'm thinking
right.
secrets are going to be coming out.
Definitely, and I
So,
was just about to say that because I also
yep.
got this card that says magnifying glass. So finding the truth, validation. So people asking more questions and truth coming out. But while that's happening, they are going to be having that push to hold things back, hold you back from progressing or from finding that Empress type of energy, your own power. So that's what I'm seeing with my cards. So my reading was took a different slant rather than giving you physically exactly what's happening. Maybe the other ladies will have more on that.
Well, everything both of you all said, I got them in the cards. You have tens, you have the Ten of Swords in the back. So I have the Ten of Swords as well. So yeah, there's going to be some truth that's going to be coming out, that it's just going to be some big news that's going to come out in the first 3 months in January. There's going to be some stuff that's going to be part of the movie, though. Some craziness is going to come out, and we're not going to, well, maybe us in our community will understand where it's coming from. But the other people that aren't in these communities, they're going to really think that it's true. It's gonna affect them, but we're going to know because, we got the cards, right? And plus we know it's going to worry a lot of people. But as far as new beginnings, like Kyla was saying, the fool, he's new beginning. It looks like he's going off the cliff and everything like that, but he just jumps into it and just gives like a free spirit. So we're gonna have some new beginnings. And I think there's something is going to be up with the financial system, because I have these two clarifiers together, and those are coins. So something's gonna happen with the financial system.
It's going to be a bit rocky.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. Especially Kyla's got that Ten of Pentacles in the back, and she's got the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands also reminds me of
Yeah.
maybe so much information coming in that's what's gonna, it's
And
gonna
guess what?
overwhelm people. It's
This
gonna
was under
overwhelm people.
this was
Yeah,
under this. So it's
yeah,
going to be some type of
Yep.
craziness that's gonna, when we talk about the magician, Brad, sometimes when we
Mm-hmm.
talk about the magician as a master manifester, right?
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
also the magician, he can be a little tricky because he has all the elements that he needs, and he can just mess with your head.
Right.
So whenever we talk about United States or the world, a lot of times this comes up like they're making things happen on purpose. And so this is underneath it, and a lot of communication, a lot of directed energy. So going to be directing energy towards maybe the people, the population. This is under that.
Yeah.
It was like, wake up, like he's wake up, they're like, wake up, there's going to be some of this happening,
Yeah.
some people call it tomfoolery, but it's going to be kind of serious because it's going to make some people, it's going to get some people in this state of mind, like stress.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what we're getting first 3 months. So we keep our eyes open for that.
Oh, okay. So it may be a little rocky, but we'll make it. We'll get through it. It's basically what you're saying. Oh, of course. All right. Fantastic. All right. Well, let's see. Is there anything that you ladies would like to bring up? I mean, I'm kind of curious. I know we did this on the last show about silver. I'm still hearing people saying, and again, you're right. This is not financial advice. It's just purely for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
I keep getting from people that, hey, they're looking at silver crossing the $100 mark by either latter part of December or the first part of January or somewhere
January.
in January. And I just wonder if you ladies are getting that still, if it's still consistent.
We can pull real quick, but I was just listening to Woo Woo Dude, and he is
Hmm.
seeing silver at 100 in January, and I believe Janine polled on it. I can't remember if
Hmm.
she was polling exactly on $100 silver, but yeah, it's continuing. I think it's still hovering right there, trying to get over that $60 mark, isn't it?
Yeah, I
They're
checked
still
it.
playing with that market.
Oh yeah, I checked it like about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. It's like a 58.97
Yeah,
or something like that, 58 and some change.
yeah,
And so yeah, that's close. This
yeah.
it's definitely trying to make its way through there. So you can tell it's being manipulated.
Oh, I mean, I think they've been trying. I really honestly think the white hats have been trying to manipulate it so people can get invested into it too. You
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I had the silver bug back in like 2015, 2016. And hell, I've been buying just a little bit, a few ounces here, whatever you got some extra money, buy, spend, at the time it's like you get like 10, 15, $20 an ounce, and,
Yeah.
and buy an ounce, buy, ounce or two or whatever. And I mean, all you're doing, you're just trying to retain the value of your cash. That's all you're trying to
Well,
do.
and if you
The
can't
value.
even afford that, if you can go to some of the coin shops and get some constitutional, get the old silver coins,
Oh
from
yeah. Oh yeah.
1964 and older, they're all made
Hmm.
of silver. And then there's an app that you can get that tells you the value of those. It's coin something. Hold on, let me see.
Cool.
Coinflation. It can
Oh
tell
yeah.
you it's an app called Coinflation. So if you have that constitutional silver, it'll tell you how much silver's in there, so you actually know how much they're worth. If it comes down to,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I keep like a couple of dollars worth of silver dimes, in my compartment in my Jeep, for example. Hey, that silver dime may be worth a gallon of gas, in an emergency,
absolutely, yeah.
or something, or some groceries or
Mhm.
whatever. I mean, just that little piece of silver,
Yep.
and it's those little things. And again, it didn't cost much when I was buying this stuff. I just if you got a little extra money, that's all. And it's just like anything else in life. And it's like crypto. I didn't buy crypto, a massive amount of it overnight. I would buy a little here, a little there. Every time I take a dip, throw a few dollars in it. Every time it takes, if it rises, maybe sell a little and reinvest, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And so it's just, don't go crazy about it or crazy with it. Just,
No, you
if
don't
you
want
have
to
a little extra money.
overextend yourself. Just if you have a few extra bucks, maybe try to put it in there just to build. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I do,
yeah.
or to this day. So,
Well,
but
that silver must be a big deal. I mean,
oh yeah.
I got a little bit myself, but I'm not like, I really, but it must be a big deal because I pulled
Well,
seven cards, and six cards came out major arcana. Now I use my golden cards for silver today, but I call these my Elvis cards because they're gold. So,
Right.
yeah. But I got six major arcana, six out of seven. I mean, well, look at this. I got the lovers, which is it's doesn't always mean lovers, but it's political, and it was in the
Mhm.
past. So there's always they already decided that they're gonna make it go to 100 by the end of
Okay.
January. Then
Okay.
I
So
got
that's a.
the secretive card. So she's very intuitive, very secretive. So that
Mhm.
they're doing it in secret. I got lo and behold the magician card ready that piloting it, like you said. Look at Kyla. Look at Kyla, the
I
magician
got the
card.
same
So
one.
they're definitely making something happen. I got the Empress. Now she represents abundance. You got the Empress too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I got the Sun card, which brightens everything up. Sun card, and I got the Star card. And right in the middle of all these cards, I got the Seven of Swords, and that guy represents strategies and
strategy.
tech. That's unbelievable. That really
What
is
are the
unbelievable.
odds? What are the odds?
I
You
mean,
two
come on
ladies.
now, really.
Yeah. Exactly.
And of
It,
course, when all that happens, there's going to be
Celebration.
festivities and joy and,
Yep.
mhm.
cheers, cheers, mate. Wow. What else did you get, Kyla?
So I did 3 card pulls, but with 2 different decks asking for more information. So I got the Tower, first card. It's definitely breaking through, going off into new territory. I got the Magician, like Barbara did. They are still manipulating it, but there is a victory here with the world, some kind of completion. I also have, so there's a big focus on silver because I have the Queen of Pentacles. But I have some manipulative cards. I have the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. So this is a little bit of like a battle happening. This is a strategy, a lot of hard work, but at the last minute, it could pull through.
Yep.
So I'm getting there is a definite potential, but there's some kind of manipulation happening.
Well, I think they were just there was supposed to be a big call on silver, and the banks, of course, didn't have it. And I can't remember the exact specifics of it, but they managed to get them to delay the call till like March, I believe. You
That's
know
what I
what more
heard.
about? Yeah, and that's going to be interesting because those banks could then take a hit because I think maybe they're taking their call back on what silver is valued now as opposed to March.
That's gonna be 2 different animals.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because the higher it gets, what everybody's gonna be holding on to their silver. They're not gonna want to sell it because they know tomorrow it may be even higher. While it's taking a ride, only a fool would sell their silver while it was,
Yeah, but these are the banks where they've got people that have their paper that are calling in and they don't have the silver right now to do it. So,
yeah, they don't
yeah.
have the physical to back
And
up the paper.
that's your lover's card and stuff like that, and that's why they're doing all these other manipulations and behind the scenes, I think.
Well, as
Oh
Brad
yeah,
was saying that it's going to be 2 different animals or something like that. You said, what'd you say?
yeah, yeah. It's 2 different
When you
animals. I mean, yeah,
when you said
exactly.
that, 2 cards flew out when I was just shuffling, and it was the King of Wands
Uh-huh.
and it was the 7 of Cups. What does that mean for you all?
It means the white hats are breaking the illusions of what silver is really worth.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, there's
You tell me.
some kind of illusion or something happening in the background.
Yeah.
Although
That came out
silver
first.
is the King of Wands, it's really, it's really powerful stuff.
Yeah. Silver is so underestimated. It should probably be valued more than gold because of all of the project, everything. It's used in everything. Medical equipment, I mean, solar panels, lithium, probably the lithium batteries, everything. And I know there's talk, I think even Cliff High says eventually we're not going to be able to own silver because of the medical uses and everything else that it needs to be used for too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's like over a kilo of silver in a typical Tesla from all the electrical contacts in the
Was
Tesla
it?
itself. Oh yeah, it's like over 2 pounds.
That's a lot of silver.
Yeah, it's like over 32 ounces, 32
Yeah.
ounces plus in every Tesla.
Okay,
Boy.
so Teslas are going to get robbed with silver.
Especially the silver Teslas.
Very punny. Anyway, no, it's definitely it's interesting, and I'm like you. I see it, because there's so many different uses. You're talking about the medical use. Back in the olden days, they always had silver plates, silver utensils. They would throw silver coins into pots of food to do
Silver
more
and
things.
copper. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
copper.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I
Hey.
didn't know about the copper. Okay, she's
And they
making
would
a.
cook
I
with
have
copper.
I have the copper
Yeah, I have
Oh,
and I
Moscow
have
Mule.
the old let's see, can you see this? Yeah, the depression
Uh-huh.
glass. Uranium.
Yeah, I drank that, didn't I,
nice.
when I came to your house? I
Yes,
drank
you
from
did.
that.
Yep.
I used to have a silver
And I left
cup
with
when I was
I
little.
left her house with wings.
Oh, yeah.
Like that energy drink. What's that energy drink? It gives you
Oh,
wings.
Red
Red
Bull.
Bull?
Red Bull. Ugh.
Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Kyla.
But the better one, not the
Yeah.
commercialized
The natural
one.
one.
Because Lynn's house is always full of lots of herbs and healthy things. So yeah.
What were you saying, Kyla? I cut you off when I was talking about the wings.
Oh, I can't remember. Can't
I'm
remember. It's
sorry.
okay. I'm sure it's not funny. That's okay.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. It's not important.
So yeah, that's what we get
Well,
with silver.
oh, okay. Now my final question, Bitcoin and crypto. Well, my favorite is XRP. I don't know if you ladies have heard of Jim Willie, even Cliff High has gotten on the XRP train. What do you think about XRP, or you can talk or look up Bitcoin, whatever feels right to you. Either one or both.
I'll let you two poll. Go ahead. I still think both of them are in for the long haul. I think as much as Bitcoin might have been used in the past for bad, I think it's been taken over and I think it's going to be fine. And I think XRP is going to be okay as long as Woo Dude keeps talking about it. I have not been paying attention to Janine and Jean-Claude's monthly Woo finances to see where they've been going, but she was constantly, like a year ago, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. You just got to take. Who was Reggie? Was it Reggie Middleton or whatever? That
Yeah.
Isn't he the one that actually started XRP and then they took it away from him or something? And now he's got Vera something or another.
Veritasium or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Reggie has won some lawsuits and stuff like that for that too. So
Yeah. He has some patents on the technology, and I think it was like a banking technology. I don't know if it's exactly like XRP, but I know that they were like in the same neighborhood, or if it's something that would piggyback on XRP would piggyback onto Veritasium.
That would make sense. Yeah. Okay, so is XRP in it for the long haul? Yes.
Yeah. Let's go
Is
with that one.
Bitcoin in for the long haul? It's good to be good? Yes. Yeah. I think they're still good coins to have.
I'm gonna pull 3 cards on XRP.
Okay.
Or is it in for a long haul?
And again, this is just entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. This is not financial advice. Just want to make sure. Okay.
We're just reading the cards and the pendulums. That's all. We're just asking the universe.
Just having a good old time.
You have to do what you feel is right for you.
Well, the world card just flipped out. So this is, and then bottom of the deck is the 4 of Wands. So yeah, 2 victory cards. So I would say yes. Just like Lynn was getting.
I get the 3 of Cups, so that's a festivity card. So that means if you have it, chances are you're going to be cheers, mate.
Celebrating.
Again. Now there might be a little bit of
ups and downs.
Still more manipulations. Absolutely. We're expecting the market to crash.
Yeah, this is also a smoke and mirror card too. So they might show you smoke and mirrors, so you won't be able to get some and hold on to it. You see?
Absolutely.
But however, these 2 cards together, when you talk about the XRP, I mean, look at that.
Yep.
This guy he's flexing. He just won. He's victorious, and he's festivity. So
you'll be celebrating.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Or should I say celebrate XRP? Celebrate XRP. Come on. This is not financial. Everybody.
Advice,
We're just poor people that just talking about fun stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay, Tina Turner. Anyway.
Simply the best, better than all the rest. Yeah. Tina Turner.
But no, it's definitely I've been in the long haul with XRP. Heck, I bought that stuff like it got as low as a dime, and then like 25, 30 cents. And then I just kind of, from there, I just, I figured, I got enough, right? And look at it now. I mean, it's like, even though it's like around $2, it got up as high, like over $3 plus. And again, it's just one of those things where, you got to have a thick skin. You got to be able to, take the ups and the downs. Look at it. You're just an investment. It's like anything else. Yes, it's going to go. It's like the housing market, commodities, money market, whatever. Interest rates. It goes up and down. And you just got to learn how to take just ride it as it goes.
Well, and if you know how to work work it, like you said, you, as Woo Woo Dude says, lick your ice cream. And then you come back in, when it goes down again, and you buy in again and whatnot. I'm not into that. I'm a hodler. I'm like, all right, I bought my stuff. That's why, I used to send my money off to an IRA and everything else, because I don't know how to do all that stuff. That's not me. But I am all out of standard IRAs and everything else. I'm all into metals and cryptos, and whatever my cash is, my cash is. That's me. That's what I've found best for me.
Yeah, that's been basically my attitude
Yeah.
about the situation. And the thing about it is, I just don't follow the herd. Because every time you follow the herd, they always wind up going off a cliff. I mean, it's just the way it is. And I just do my thing. I do what I feel is right for me, and that's what I suggest for everybody. Again, it's just not financial advice. Just do what you feel is right for you.
But even
And
in general, Brad, and following the herd all the time. I mean, everybody has to think individually and like we always say, do their own research. So follow the herd, not only with financial decisions, but in life. You don't have to follow the herd. You can think for yourself, do your own research.
Yeah. Trust the science. Just saying.
Which one?
Well, you can trust the science, but I don't know if you can trust the scientists.
That's
touche.
That's true.
Touche.
Yeah.
You got that one. Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, what can I say? Before we go here, ladies, is there anything you want to bring up, or any readings you want to do, or any throw the cards or any particular thing before we kind of close this down, or what do you? It's up to you.
I just want to say it's always fun to be on with you because you have these nice questions, and the conversation always goes, really positively, and I appreciate that.
Well,
It flows. Not unless you, Brad, have something that you want us to do a 3-card pull on or whatever. I mean, we can do a quick pull.
Okay. What is 20?
You got 3 tarot card readers and a magician here, so
Okay, yes. Oh man, I tell you, I don't want to mess this one up. All right, Dr. Mulder, how is 2026 going to look for Dr. Mulder? Good, bad, indifferent? I mean, I'll take what I can get. How is 2026 going to look for Dr. Mulder?
Sounds like Dr. Mulder needs a zodiac spread.
Hey,
we don't have time for a zodiac spread.
Yeah, I like to be cost effective, and I figure since I have access to this wonderful resource here, I'm going to utilize it to its fullest. So let's see what happens. Plus,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get general.
Yeah.
2026. I'm not going to take a picture. I'm just going to show them up on the camera, okay?
No, you're fine. Do whatever feels best for you.
I'm going to let you pick, Brad. Stack 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, okay. I'm getting 2.
2?
Yeah, I'll go with 2.
Okay. We'll go with 2.
I mean, the first number popped in my head.
I think you're going to have a damn good year.
Well,
I got the High Priestess, the 6 of Wands. Oops, sorry, the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Wands.
6 of Swords. Look at that.
Yep. I think
I have that too.
Yeah.
The 6 of Swords.
Yep.
So the 6 of Swords, Brad, is working things out, resolving. What does that mean?
You need to
Kyla?
really connect to that higher self. You really
High Priestess.
Connect to that,
Your High
to that
Priestess.
higher self.
Yeah, so the 6 of Swords is resolve. You see this man, he's rowing his family or his friends out of troubled waters. See that that rocky water right there? He's going out to calm waters. So basically, this was in a smack in the middle. So you're working some things out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Interpersonal relationships seem to be an issue with me.
Well, you might be working them out. You pick the second stack, and the first card I pulled from the second stack is this one. And guess what? together with this one. What does that mean? What does that mean, ladies, for Brad?
Ooh, he's
Ooh,
gonna
new
find a new
beginning,
girlfriend.
new relationship, some partnership,
Yep.
or
Hey,
it
that's
could
okay.
be
I'm looking forward to it too. I'm waiting for my second Saturn return to end, and then I've got all astrological signs for a soulmate coming in for me too, Brad. So we're gonna find us some mates here this year coming up.
So it could be a soulmate, but also Kyla was saying something else. What else could that
yeah,
be?
it could be some kind of partnership, could be
Yep.
business related. It could be you coming together with your higher self more. I'm still getting that, like that inner wisdom.
Yep.
Or it
Because
could,
I have that hermit card in my pull. This is that going really within, and you have a lot of focused energy next year. You're working on something.
yeah.
Yes, I am. Funny that you bring it. Yeah, there may be a partnership. Like I meet the right individual to uh, I'm working on to the next level that may be life changing, and that's what I'm looking at here. That may be what you're picking up on, or then again, now what about exist people that I already know? Would that apply to people I already know, or is it just or is something just kind of?
Th- So if this comes out to be a relationship, it would be somebody that you probably don't already know, because this is the ace, which is like new beginnings. But also this ace is money, it's a big coin. So it could also mean a partnership in finances or a
Financial
business
backing.
like contractual.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know, my gut feeling. Hey, the universe is a funny thing and likes to mess with people, and I've noticed it's been messing with me all my life. So this may be one of those things. But you all the best things in life, they always seem to come out of nowhere. It's like for everything is like, yeah, everything's blah blah blah. The next thing you know, you just won the winning lottery ticket. That kind of thing. And
Well, you do get the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, that's luck, but it's also karmic. Something's going to change, something's going to flip. So if there's something that's going crazy for you, it might turn out good for you. And usually
Mhm.
the temperance is like balance as well. So these are two karmic cards as well. This is a universal timing. This is karmic. So there's something that the ether is working out for you, but you get this again. You get this. What was that you have light?
This is the Empress. Kyla got
Oh, the
the
Empress. Yeah.
Temperance as
Temperance.
well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So it looks 2026 looks pretty good. I have the higher
yep.
fund, and that's the higher learning as
Yep.
well.
Hmm.
Higher learning.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe you start collaborating with the Pope. Maybe you never know.
I don't know so
Hey,
much.
Well,
he's doing rave
he's
parties and
doing raves
everything
now.
now.
He's doing raves in
Ah,
clubs right now, like in front of churches. So you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the
uh,
Nine of Pentacles was the next card too. So yeah, you got some good stuff coming.
what's Nine of Pentacles? Was that like a financial thing,
Yeah.
or
Yep. She's
okay?
abundance.
Yeah.
Financial
In
abundance,
the
yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's keep it
okay.
that way.
Yes, let's. All right. Well, before we go, I guess do you ladies want to kind of let people know how to get a hold of you? And I know you have a lot of services that you can provide, and plus, I tell you, your show, the Three of Pentacles show, which is on Rumble and YouTube.
Hmm.
Fantastic. I like what you ladies are doing. And
Thank you.
yeah, I like to joke around and say, oh, this is like the after party for the Beyond Mystic with Janine, and 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 I know how Jean-Claude feels when he's around all you ladies having to, and so because every time you see Jean-Claude, he's always got the ladies on the screen with him. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Smart man.
and
Like you.
yeah, I used to, oh yeah, I used to envy him. Now I'm one of him or one of them. And so, but anyway, but no, it's just fantastic. And so please go ahead and give everybody your information if you don't mind.
I'll
Well,
let Barbara do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, we'll do it together because we like to read on a lot of things, and we also do personal readings as well. So if you all need any of that, any energy healing, any vocal healing, any sound bowls, uh, Lynn does sound bowl healing and Kyla does energy healing. I'll do the vocal healing. And then Kyla is she can tell you where we can be seen, found, and heard.
Right. So, as mentioned before, we are on YouTube. We're really trying to grow our channel, so we would appreciate anyone to like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, we appreciate all of you. And you know, we love working together too. So if anyone wants to set up a session with the three of us, we all have our individual, different things that we like to do and expertise in different areas, and we come together and we always have that little different side of things that come together so well. So hopefully our information will be down below in that description box, and you can just email us, ask us questions. We'll be happy to respond to any questions that you have. Yeah. Anything else, Lynn?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Thank you, Brad, for having us again.
Hey, yeah. I mean, it's just been, and the thing about it is, you ladies are good, and well, I love it. I mean, you've proven your accuracy over and over again. From that project I was doing with AI back at the beginning of the year to things, and I've even Barbara and we've even gone back and forth with stuff, and it's just uncanny. I'm thinking, Barbara, have you been like, have you hacked my computer? Are you like monitoring me and listening to all my conversations? Because
All
the
the
things
time,
you're coming
Brad, all
up
the
with,
time.
how in the,
I've been stalking you
oh
for
boy,
years.
well, I am flattered, but in a very not so good way. Anyway, but so, but no, all kidding aside,
I
yeah.
love you too, Brad. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I love you
Don't
too.
worry. No. Yeah. But it's just really a fantastic, and I really do appreciate it, ladies. And thank you so much. And with that being said, everybody have a great evening. Goodbye.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thanks, everyone.